Folks, thanks for joining the channel. In today's episode, we are talking the Milwaukee M12 Hatchet chick chainsaw. So stay with us.
Hi, this is Tim and Joel,
Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses,
a podcast about the outdoors, hunting,
and being a steward of the land. Thanks for joining Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses. Tim, today we're talking your guys' version of the chick chainsaw, right? And when I say your guys', it's you and your wife. I know you've got a skill chainsaw, big ass, just like I have. Same model, right?
Steel.
What did I say? Skill?
Steel.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we're not sponsored by either one, but we want to be able to be sponsored by Steel. Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't it be great?
But we have a steel gas chainsaw, same model.
Yep.
And now we both have electric chainsaws for the better half and smaller jobs, really. We call them chick chainsaws, but they're really nice to have for a lot of different things.
Yeah, I mean that kind of dives into my wife Ruth had been asking for a chainsaw forever, right? And hey, I mean chainsaws are dangerous, and how I grew up with chainsaws is hey, I run the chainsaw, when I was growing up, my dad ran the chainsaw, and then my job was to move stuff out of the way so they keep cutting. Well, that's not how my wife, I don't think, or your wife subscribed to.
I'm just going to plead the fifth on that.
They're in the other room right now. So.
Well, okay, then, yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly how it works.
So now, I mean.
Hey, if you like what these two dumbasses are doing, please hit the like button and subscribe today.
I ended up relenting, and we ended up looking into, hey, what would be a good solution? And the key thing for me is, hey, I want her to be safe. And I had a childhood friend when I was growing up that had a saw that hit a knot, bounced, and hit him in the face, probably that far from his jugular, 300 some stitches. So, I would never ever want that to happen to anybody else. So, especially my wife. So with that said, we did some exploring and we came up with the Milwaukee Hatchets. We've had this for not quite 2 years.
It just sounds badass, doesn't it? The Milwaukee Hatchet. Yeah.
So
sounds like a murder mystery. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No. So we like these so much. We actually have two of them. So we're going to talk more about that. So a little bit is it's classified. It's classified as a pruning saw. We call them the chick chainsaws, but there's nothing chick chainsaw about this. This thing will do some damage. And I think with the 4 amp battery, which is what I have on here, this battery is rated for, what they say, 120 cuts. 120 cuts with this battery. And I can tell you with this battery, I've never run it out. And we use these all the time. And so super happy I got it. Price on these is about $200. I went out and looked today, Home Depot, Amazon, Ace Hardware, $200 with a battery and a charger. So they've actually come down in price. Milwaukee's actually introduced an 8-inch, this is a 6-inch, but an 8-inch hatchet. And it's called an M18. So we'll talk more about that here in a second. But without the battery, weighs less than 5 pounds. So very easy to use. The batteries themselves, like I said, have come down in price. I was out on eBay. You can pick up one of these batteries for like $40.
Are they the Milwaukee batteries?
Milwaukee batteries.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How much?
$40.
$40. Okay.
And
it's how many voltage?
So this is a 12 volt.
Okay.
12 volt, but it's a 4 amp hour.
Okay.
And they make up to a 6 amp hour. And I think I bought 2. In fact, I saw the prices were so low. I went out when I was doing research. I bought two 6 amp hour, which are 50% higher than this, for $50 a piece. Not even $50, $45 a piece, which is a steal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, absolutely.
On the batteries?
Yeah.
So obviously they work on the Hatchet. Are these like unique just for the Hatchet? If you had Milwaukee drills and stuff like that, are they a separate battery?
So good, very good question. So Milwaukee has other tools that are 12 volt, and it will fit for all of those.
Okay.
So I have, but for me, this is all I have that's a 12 volt. Everything else is M18s.
But they are flexible to work on other 12 volt Milwaukee tools.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
And I mean, I was out on Amazon when I was looking, and there's a bunch of knockoffs out there that fit Milwaukee tools for batteries. So, so a lot of flexibility there. I really like it. And as I said, so these batteries come in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 amp hour batteries from a 12 volt perspective.
Okay.
So I think I own a 3, 4, 5, and a 6 now. But they're called red lithiums. They're a lot lighter than the old nickel cadmium that we talked about in the past. So again, pretty happy with this. They are coming out, so it comes with a little tool right here for adjusting for your tightness on your saw blade. So they say it's a 6-inch, but once you read, so it's 6-inch blade.
6-inch.
So it's a 6-inch blade, so true 6-inch cutting. Again, we've had these for about 2 years. I don't even own a spare blade. These blades are made with such high quality steel, they really keep an edge. And occasionally I'll go in and resharpen them, but I'm super happy with them. I think the important thing is hey, make sure you continue to keep bar and lube oil in here. And but other than that, I do have one con. And the one con is so this is the safety right here. In order to pull the ignition to get this going, your finger has to hit that, push it in, and then pull on this. If I was going to make a slight change, I would still have this be here. I would take this trigger right here, and I'd make it just a little longer so that my second finger could hit on it, and then I could easily control that. That's a small little change I would make on it, but other than that, this thing is awesome. And so now we have instead of just a chick chainsaw, now we have a his and hers.
You have a his and hers electric Milwaukee hatchets.
Milwaukee Hatchet.
Plural.
Yep.
Hatchets.
All right, so hey, we're out here on the family homestead, and I've got my wife Ruth here, and we've got her with her chick chainsaw, the Milwaukee Hatchet. So, Ruth, how happy are you with that?
Super duper happy. I got it as a Valentine's Day gift. Best gift I've ever received. I love it.
Ever. Anyway, so is there anything about that you don't like?
I find it a little difficult to take the battery in and out. You got to squeeze really hard to get the battery, but otherwise I love it. I have no problems. Every time I always check the oil. It really it's easy.
It is pretty easy. There's a couple things. It's a little difficult here when you're pressing this button to get it to start sometimes. And then I agree on that battery. The one thing I also have is that I'm used to batteries, so you push a button and see, hey, how much charge is left. So if we're going to go out, and this doesn't have that on these M12s. So that would be something I'd say is an improvement. But I know that Milwaukee's moving to the M18s, which is their kind of their honey hole from a Milwaukee tool perspective. But well, would you buy it again?
Certainly. Yep. Matter of fact, we have 2.
All right. Well, let's go out and demonstrate for our audience and just show us how this works, okay?
Perfect.
And
Same model. Both you have 2 M12s.
same model. I bought the other one on Facebook Marketplace
Oh, okay.
I think I got it for $150.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So it has an oil reservoir, and then I'm assuming there's a place on the other side of the bar there that you can tighten up the chain.
There is.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's fairly easy.
Yep, just like
with the tool.
Yep, right here. So like on our steel, we have two bolts that hold this on. This is just one bolt, and then I have an adjustment screw right here.
And your tool has like a flathead screwdriver on one end. And
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, good question.
Nice. I'm assuming you can buy chains if you wanted to, additional chains.
Well, I never have, but I would assume so. I mean,
Yeah.
I would assume.
And eventually, after you use it, it's going to wear out, but hopefully that's a long time away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
So
Good.
yeah, so we use that quite a bit. So I'll talk a little bit. So they just came out with an M18. The M18 is a bigger, bolder battery. They've extended the blade another 2 inches, so it's an 8-inch versus a 6-inch. I went out and looked. It's about another $100 more. I believe, if I was guessing, it has to do with the battery. The batteries on the M18s are a lot more expensive than these M12s, so I would guess that's what's making up the cost. But other than that, I mean, so now that the M18's out, I've been, like I said, I bought
You can get another one, can you?
No. I bought
Oh.
a couple other batteries. No reason to own another one.
Yeah.
No, 2's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, well, you're gonna have grandkids someday, so maybe down the road, grandkids need one when they're here at the farm to do some work.
Well, the kids come, the kids. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you like it? You talked about the pros and cons. Any other cons that people would want to know about?
There is no other cons. The other pro is it's very quiet. Very quiet, very manageable. Now, it says it can cut up to probably 4-inch, but I will tackle 6-7-inch trees with that, or branches, no problem. Again, and then for hunting, for clearing out areas, this is my go-to. So I use my steel a lot less now that we have this as part of our arsenal.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice, especially for, like you said, smaller trees, and then branches, and really anything that you would use. Isn't it so nice not having to deal with spark plugs and gas and things like that? Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and place for a gas chainsaw, but it's really nice when you do have the appropriate job that these little electric things do their they're the shit.
I was going to pull in the other one, and the other one's actually sitting in the back of the ATV. So, again, we use the heck out of them. The other thing it comes with is a little scabbard that covers this, and I never use it, so that's why it's not on here.
Pretty foolproof.
Yep.
Cool. Anything we haven't covered yet?
Nope, that's it, pal.
That's good. Well, this is our second kind of unboxing and review on electric chainsaws. Chick chainsaws, what we're calling them, right? But chainsaws. So you can look at that one by clicking on the link up here. And then we've had some conversations about maybe comparing and contrasting, doing a little testing of both of these side by side down the road. Now they're a little, it's little apple to oranges, but the steel electric chainsaw versus the Milwaukee Hatchet. So keep your eye open for that, folks.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be the girls competing. I'd love to see that.
I think the weather's going to be after this. Right now, we're looking out the window and it's snowing. I think it's going to have to be a little nicer to get the girls involved, but we'll get them there. So we'll get them. All right, then. Until next time.
Be safe, have fun, and get outdoors.
Thanks for listening or watching our show. We have some exciting topics and guests coming up.
We ask that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
We look forward to hearing your suggestions for topics,
questions, and comments. This is Two Dumbasses signing off. Until next time,
be safe,
have fun, and get outdoors.